Hello everybody, TheClassyCuber here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to avoid parity and the centers being twisted on the Fisher cube. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So, the first thing that I'm going to show you how to do is avoid a sort of OLL edge parity that occurs when you put one of these corners in the wrong way during F2L. So I will show you how to fix that, because normally you would get either a dot, a L, or a cross, but sometimes you can get like a single line or a 3 line, and that will be what we call parity. The next thing that I'm going to show you how to avoid is it happens mostly in the PLL, is these centers, which you correctly put in earlier, could swap 180 degrees. So I will show you how to avoid that and fix it if you cannot avoid it. Well, you always can avoid it, but I'll just show you how to fix it and avoid it anyways. Also, sort of disclaimer, this video assumes that you know how to solve a 3x3 and know how to kind of transition that into solving a Fisher cube as well. Without the parity or whatever, of course. So the first thing we gotta do is scramble this Fisher cube up. So there we go, a scrambled Fisher cube. The first thing we're going to do is go do the cross, and I assume you should know how to do that. So now with the cross complete, and also the centers mixed up there, or whatever, we're going to move on to the F2L, which you should also know how to do. So after F2L is complete, you will either come across a correct single dot in the middle with none of the edges correct, a correct L shape with 2 of the edges correct, a correct cross shape with 4 of the edges correct, an incorrect line with 1 of the edges correct, or an incorrect T with 3 of the edges correct. So if you had one of the 3 first cases that I mentioned, either a dot, a L, or a cross, then you are fine. You have skipped parity, you've put all these edges in correct by luck. And if not, if you had the 1 line or the T, then you have gotten parity. And if you have parity, I don't know the algorithm to fix it, but this is how I solve parity. Basically what I do is I do this to pull out the edge, then I just push the edge over here, and I do this to put the edge back in, and what that has done is flip the edge. I'll put that algorithm right here, and I'll perform it again. So now, after we've done that algorithm, you can see it's flipped this edge again because we put this in the other way, so let's put it in correct one more time. And there we go. We have all the F2L cases finished, or F2L pairs put in, and the OLL edge parity corrected. So we'll move on to solving the OLL. Now with the OLL solved, we'll move on to the PLL. From here, you can use whatever you want to do to solve the corners. I'll just use a T-perm quick. And now all the corners are solved, and all these centers here are still intact. But when we get to the PLL, I usually just solve the corners and then solve the edges here using like a U-perm or something. But for the U-perm, normally from here we would want to rotate here to here to here to here, correct? But instead, we're going to want to rotate here to here to here to here, and then do it here to here to here to here again. So we're going to end up doing that twice. Since if we do it once, it will swap this center and I believe this center back here. If we do it twice, the first time we'll swap the centers, and the second time we'll swap them back, and you'll end up with the solved Fisher cube. So let's go ahead and do the double Fisher, or do the double U-perm. So as you can see, the first time it does not switch the back, it switches just this one. And then we do the exact same U-perm again. And voila, we have a solved Fisher cube with all the centers and all the parity corrected. So another case you could run into here is if it's either a Z-perm or a H-perm where all of these are wrong. And yeah, you would either switch them like here, here, and here, here. So basically what you do is you do a U-perm. Either way, it doesn't really matter. And as you can see, that will switch the center. And you keep the center in front of you. And yeah, put the solved on the back and do the correct U-perm, because that will solve the center. And there we go. And now if you're too lazy to follow my instructions or whatever, you just don't want to do it, you could also run into the problem where one or more of these are switched 180 degrees. There's also an algorithm you could do to fix that. So what you do is you hold the unsolved one where you need to flip 180 degrees on the top. But you're going to do a URL U2 R prime L prime U R L U2 R prime L prime R prime, and that will solve the one center. So that is pretty much it on my tutorial for how to fix the parity and the center twisting on the Fisher cube. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would really appreciate a like and a comment down below. It really helps me out and helps this video get seen. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.